Welcome to beautiful places of the world. This is a magnificent world, a vibrant planet brimming with life and incredible mysteries just waiting for bold explorers to uncover. From endless vast oceans to sky-piercing mountain ranges, from enigmatic dense jungles to pristine frozen wastelands, our home is overflowing with vistas that feel like pure fantasy, far too extraordinary to possibly be real. In this documentary film, we'll journey together into Earth's most otherworldly and secretive spots, locations that seem plucked straight from ethereal dreams or ancient legends. These breathtaking marvels don't just boast mesmerizing allure. They cradle untold histories, scientific enigmas, and hidden truths that will profoundly transform your perspective on our cherished planet. We begin with Ireland's Cliffs of Moher, a renowned natural wonder that attracts millions of visitors each year with its majestic and spectacular beauty. The Cliffs of Moher vary in height, reaching a peak of 702 feet above sea level, and stretch for approximately 14 kilometers along the Atlantic coast of Ireland. Formed from sandstone and schist over 320 million years of the Carboniferous period, these formations are a testament to nature's art of erosion, weathered by relentless waves and strong winds, reaching speeds of up to 160 kilometers per hour. In the heart of Banff National Park lies a jewel of the Canadian Rockies, so vivid it looks unbelievable to the naked eye. This is Moraine Lake. Fed by ancient glaciers, the water carries fine rock flour that refracts the sunlight, creating a turquoise intensity that seems almost illuminated from within. Guarding this serene water is the Valley of the Ten Peaks, a jagged snow-capped amphitheater that reflects perfectly upon the lake's surface. The silence here is profound, broken only by the distant crack of a shifting glacier or the wind through the larch trees. Moraine Lake is nature's grandest cathedral, a place of solitude that demands reverence and awe. Hidden amidst the swirling mists of the Peruvian Andes, nearly 8,000 feet above sea level, sits the lost city of the Incas. Machu Picchu is a testament to the engineering genius and spiritual depth of a civilization that vanished too soon. Built without the use of mortar, wheel, or iron tools, these massive granite stones fit together so perfectly that not even a blade of grass can pass between them. For centuries, it remained a secret known only to the locals, untouched by the Spanish conquest. Whether it was a royal estate, a fortress, or a sacred religious site, its mystery remains its greatest allure. Standing here, overlooking the Urubamba River Valley, you feel the whisper of history in every stone. Iguazu Falls is one of the most breathtaking natural wonders on Earth. Located on the border between Brazil and Argentina, this massive waterfall system stretches nearly 2 miles long and includes more than 275 individual waterfalls, making it one of the largest and most powerful waterfall complexes in the world. What makes Iguazu Falls truly special is not just its size, but the overwhelming force of nature you feel the moment you arrive. As millions of gallons of water thunder down every second, a constant mist rises into the air, creating rainbows that dance above the falls. The sound is deep, powerful, and unforgettable. At the heart of Iguazu lies the famous Devil's Throat, a U-shaped chasm where water plunges more than 260 feet straight down. Standing at the edge, visitors often describe the experience as both humbling and awe-inspiring, a reminder of how small we are compared to the power of nature. Suspended between the Cobalt Sea and the Laetare Mountains, the Amalfi Coast is Italy's vertical paradise. This 50-kilometer stretch of coastline is a triumph of human adaptation, where pastel-colored villages cling precariously to rugged cliffs. The scent of lemon groves fills the air, mixing with the salty breeze of the Tyrrhenian Sea. Roads wind like ribbons along the precipice, offering dizzying views of hidden coves and deep fjords below. It is a landscape of dramatic contrasts, the wild, untamed nature of the mountains against the refined elegance of Italian architecture. To travel the Amalfi Coast is to experience la dolce vita, the sweet life in its most breathtaking form. It is a vast scar on the face of the planet, revealing 2 billion years of geological history. The Grand Canyon, carved by the mighty Colorado River, is a landscape so immense that it humbles the human spirit. Stretching 277 miles long and over a mile deep, its layered bands of red rock change color, with the passing hours burning crimson at sunset, turning purple in the twilight. It is not just a canyon. It is a library of the earth, documenting eons of time in stone. Standing on the rim, staring into the abyss, one feels the sheer scale of nature and the fleeting nature of our own existence. The Grand Canyon is the ultimate testament to the power of erosion and time. Above the Arctic Circle, jagged peaks slice through the sky like dragon's teeth, rising straight from the turbulent Norwegian Sea. This is Lofoten. It is a land of extremes, where the sun never sets in summer and the northern lights dance across the dark skies of winter. Red fishermen's cabins, known as roerbuur, dot the shoreline, offering a warm contrast to the icy blue waters and granite mountains. Despite its latitude, the Gulf Stream blesses this archipelago with a surprisingly mild climate, creating a thriving ecosystem of deep fjords and surf-swept beaches. Lofoten is untamed beauty, a place where the mountains meet the ocean in a dramatic, eternal embrace. High in the rugged mountains of northwest Vietnam, tucked away in Yên Bai Province, lies a landscape so breathtaking it feels like a masterpiece painted by hand. This is Mu Cang Chai, known for having some of the most beautiful terraced rice fields in the world. This destination is more than just a photo opportunity. It is a testament to the harmony between nature and the human spirit. The seasons of beauty. Depending on when you visit, Mu Cang Chai wears a completely different dress. In May and June, during the watering season, the terraces turn into giant shimmering mirrors, reflecting the silver light of the sky and the clouds above. But the real magic happens from late September to early October. This is the golden season. The entire valley transforms into a sea of vibrant yellow as the rice ripens, cascading down the mountainsides like golden waves flowing toward the horizon. There's a place on Earth where the air smells like incense and frangipani flowers, and the morning sun feels like a warm embrace. Welcome to Bali, Indonesia, rightly known as the Island of the Gods. Bali isn't just a tropical destination, it's a mood, an aspiration, and a tropical state of mind that stays with you long after you've left its shores. From coast to jungle, the island's beauty is incredibly diverse. In the south, you have the dramatic limestone cliffs of Uluwatu and the legendary surf breaks of Canggu, where the Indian Ocean crashes against golden sands. But travel inland to Ubud, and the landscape transforms into a sea of emerald green. Here, the Tegalalang rice terraces carved into the hillsides look like ancient sculptures, and the air is cooled by lush, misty jungles and hidden waterfalls that feel like your own private paradise. If you've ever dreamed of walking on clouds, there's a place in southwestern Turkey that makes that dream a reality. Welcome to Pamukkale. In Turkish, the name literally means cotton castle, and once you see it, you'll understand why. This UNESCO World Heritage Site is a breathtaking display of snow-white travertine terraces, cascading down a mountainside like a frozen waterfall of calcium and light. For thousands of years, thermal springs rich in calcium carbonate have flowed down the plateau, leaving behind layers of white limestone that have hardened into these iconic pools. As you walk barefoot across the warm, mineral-rich water, the contrast between the brilliant white terraces and the piercing blue sky is nothing short of ethereal. It's a surreal landscape that looks like a winter wonderland. Yet the water is soothingly warm, inviting you to soak in its healing properties. If you've ever closed your eyes and imagined the perfect Italian countryside, chances are you were picturing Val d'Orcia. Located in the heart of Tuscany, just south of Siena, this UNESCO World Heritage Site is more than just a valley. It's a living masterpiece. It's a place where the landscape was intentionally redesigned during the Renaissance to reflect an ideal of beauty and harmony between man and nature. The iconic landscape. The beauty of Val d'Orcia lies in its simplicity and its vast, rolling hills. Depending on the season, the valley changes from a vibrant, velvety green in the spring to a glowing, burnt gold in the summer after the wheat harvest. You'll find winding roads lined with iconic cypress trees that lead to secluded stone villas, and the famous chapel of Vitelleta standing lonely and proud amidst the fields. It's a dream for photographers and a sanctuary for anyone looking to escape the rush of modern life. Art, wine, and flavors. But the magic doesn't stop at the scenery. Val d'Orcia is home to charming medieval towns like Pienza, the ideal city, and Montalcino, famous for its world-class Brunello wine. Here, life slows down. You can spend your afternoons tasting pecorino cheese, sipping rich red wine, and watching the sun dip below the horizon, painting the sky in shades of violet and orange. Every corner of this valley feels like a scene from a Renaissance painting. Just an hour north of the modern hustle of Bangkok lies a place where time seems to have stood still for centuries. Welcome to Ayutthaya. Founded in 1350, this was once one of the largest and most prosperous cities in the world, a center of global trade and diplomacy. Today, the Ayutthaya Historical Park stands as a majestic UNESCO World Heritage Site, offering a window into the golden age of the Siamese Kingdom. The visual splendor. As you wander through the park, you're surrounded by a forest of towering brick prangs and weathered stone temples. The beauty here is in the resilience of the ruins. One of the most iconic sites is at Wat Mahathat, where a stone Buddha head is cradled within the sprawling roots of a banyan tree, a symbol of nature reclaiming its space with grace. Then there's Wat Chai Wathanaram, a stunning temple on the banks of the Chao Phraya River. When the sun begins to set, the red bricks glow with a fiery orange, reflecting off the water in a way that is truly ethereal. A spiritual journey. But Ayutthaya isn't just a museum of the past. It is a living spiritual sanctuary. You'll see locals offering lotus flowers and incense, and saffron-robed monks walking peacefully among the ancient stupas. Whether you explore the grounds by foot, on a bicycle, or via a traditional long-tail boat, there is a profound sense of peace that settles over you. It's a place that invites you to reflect on the rise and fall of empires and the enduring power of faith. high above the clouds, straddling the border between Switzerland and Italy, stands a giant that needs no introduction. This is the Matterhorn. Rising nearly 15,000 feet into the sky, its near-perfect pyramid shape is perhaps the most recognized mountain peak on the planet. It's not just a mountain, it's a global icon of majesty, a jagged tooth of rock and ice that has captivated the human imagination for centuries. The beauty of the Matterhorn lies in its solitary grandeur. While other peaks huddle together, the Matterhorn stands alone, commanding the horizon above the car-free village of Zermatt. In the early morning, the golden hour transforms the peak into a glowing torch as the first rays of sun hit the summit, turning the gray granite into brilliant orange and gold. In the winter, it's a pristine white fortress draped in snow, while in the summer, the surrounding alpine meadows bloom with wildflowers, creating a stunning contrast against the dark, imposing rock. The spirit of adventure. But the Matterhorn is more than just a beautiful view. It is a symbol of the ultimate challenge. It was the last of the great alpine peaks to be conquered, and its history is written in the stories of brave climbers who have tested their limits against its four steep faces. Even if you aren't a climber, just standing in its shadow at Lake Stellici, watching the mountain reflect perfectly in the crystal clear water, is a spiritual experience that humbles the soul. Hidden deep within the rugged desert canyons of southern Jordan lies a city that was lost to the Western world for hundreds of years. This is Petra, known as the Rose Red City. It is a place where history isn't just written in books. It is carved directly into the mountains. Established over 2,000 years ago by the Nabateans, this UNESCO World Heritage Site is a breathtaking fusion of nature's raw power and human ingenuity. Your journey into the heart of Petra begins with a walk through the Sek. This narrow, winding gorge, with walls reaching hundreds of feet high, creates a sense of mounting suspense. For over a mile, you're surrounded by swirling shades of red, pink, and orange sandstone. And then, the moment of a lifetime happens. As you reach the end of the dark canyon, a thin sliver of light reveals the treasury, Al-Khazne. Seeing its massive, intricately carved facade emerge from the shadows is a sight that truly takes your breath away. Petra is a place that feels like it belongs to another world. It's a testament to what humanity can achieve when it works in harmony with the earth. As the sun sets and the red rocks glow like embers, you'll understand why Petra remains one of the greatest wonders of the world. Welcome to the Rose Red City. If you've ever looked at a tropical screensaver and wondered if a place that perfect actually exists, the answer is yes. Welcome to the Seychelles, an archipelago of 115 islands scattered across the shimmering turquoise waters of the Indian Ocean. This isn't just a vacation spot, it's a sanctuary of raw, natural beauty that feels as though it was plucked straight from a dream. Surreal beaches and granite boulders. What makes the Seychelles truly unique is its geography. Unlike most coral islands, the main islands here are made of ancient granite. On beaches like Anse-Source d'Argent on La Digue, massive smooth gray boulders rise from the powdery white sand, sculpted by millions of years of wind and waves. The water is so clear, you can see the vibrant coral reefs and tropical fish dancing just beneath the surface. It is, without a doubt, the most photographed coastline in the world, and for a very good reason. The Seychelles is more than just luxury resorts and sunshine. It's a place to reconnect with the earth and recharge your spirit. Whether you're island hopping or just listening to the rustle of palm trees, this paradise will leave you breathless. Welcome to the Seychelles, the last frontiers of pure tranquility. If there is a place on Earth where the line between reality and dreams becomes blurred, it is Santorini. Floating like a crescent-shaped gem in the heart of the Aegean Sea, this Greek island is a marvel born from fire. Thousands of years ago, a massive volcanic eruption forever changed the landscape, creating the dramatic caldera, a giant submerged crater surrounded by towering cliffs. Today, Santorini stands as a world-renowned symbol of beauty, resilience, and timeless romance. The architecture and atmosphere. As you arrive, the first thing that strikes you is the color palette. It is a stunning contrast of brilliant white and deep, endless blue. The villages of Fira and Oya are perched precariously on the edge of the cliffs, with whitewashed houses stacked like sugar cubes against the dark volcanic rock. Walking through the narrow, winding cobblestone streets, you'll find the iconic blue dome churches that have graced 1,000 postcards. Every corner offers a new perspective, a new frame of a world that feels perfectly composed. Santorini is more than just a destination. It is a feeling of wonder. It's the sound of the wind through the ruins, the taste of salt on your lips, and the sight of the blue domes against the sky. It is a place that proves that even from the ashes of a volcano, something breathtakingly beautiful can grow. Nestled in the heart of the Salzkammergut region, tucked between the emerald waters of Lake Hallstatt and the towering slopes of the Dachstein Mountains, lies a place that feels like it was lifted straight from the pages of a storybook. This is Hallstatt. Known as one of the oldest inhabited villages in Europe, this UNESCO World Heritage Site is the quintessential alpine dream. It's a place where the air is crisp, the water is crystal clear, and the scenery is so perfect that you'll find yourself blinking just to make sure it's real. The architecture and history. The beauty of Hallstatt is defined by its unique verticality. Because space is limited between the lake and the mountain, the 16th century Alpine houses are built upward, clinging to the hillsides. Ivy-covered wooden balconies, colorful facades, and narrow, winding alleys create a labyrinth of charm. But there is deep history here too. Hallstatt is home to the world's oldest salt mine. For 7,000 years, salt, once known as white gold, brought immense wealth to this tiny village, allowing its residents to build the stunning architecture we see today. Experience the lake and the skywalk. To truly feel the soul of Hallstatt, you have to get out on the water. Taking a traditional wooden boat across the lake at dawn, when the mist is still clinging to the mountains, is a spiritual experience. For those who aren't afraid of heights, the Skywalk viewing platform offers a staggering bird's-eye view from 1,000 feet above the village. From up there, the houses look like tiny toys, and the lake looks like a giant mirror reflecting the majesty of the Alps. Whether it's the lush greens of summer or the snowy white silence of winter, Hallstatt never loses its magic. Hallstatt is a reminder that some of the most beautiful things in the world are those that time has forgotten to change. It is a sanctuary of peace, history, and natural splendor. If your soul is looking for a place to rest, and your eyes are looking for a masterpiece, you will find both here. Far beyond the shores of East Africa, nestled in the vast blue expanse of the Indian Ocean, lies a paradise that Mark Twain once claimed was the model for heaven itself. This is Mauritius. More than just a tropical island, it is a vibrant tapestry of cultures, colors, and landscapes. From its jagged volcanic peaks to its crystalline lagoons, Mauritius is a destination that promises to enchant your senses and stay in your heart long after the sand has washed off your feet. The wonders of the coast. The beauty of Mauritius begins at its edges. Imagine miles of powdery white sand shaded by swaying philao trees. But the real magic happens offshore. One of the island's most famous sights is the underwater waterfall off the coast of Le Morne, Brabant. It's a breathtaking optical illusion created by sand and silt runoff, making it look as though the ocean itself is plunging into a deep abyss. This area is also home to the majestic Le Morne Mountain, a UNESCO World Heritage Site that stands as a silent sentinel over the turquoise waters, offering some of the most dramatic coastal views in the Southern Hemisphere. Mauritius is a world within an island. It's a place where luxury meets adventure and where nature's artistry is on full display. It is proof that paradise is real, and it's waiting for you here in the middle of the Indian Ocean. Hidden in the remote corridors of Gansu Province in northwest China lies a landscape so vibrant, it looks as though a giant paintbrush has swept across the earth. This is the Zhangye Danxia National Geological Park, often called the Rainbow Mountains. This area is a surreal masterpiece of colored ridges and undulating peaks. It is a place that challenges your senses, where the ground beneath your feet glows with shades of crimson, gold, and emerald, creating a scene that feels more like a dream than reality. But how did this happen? The beauty of Zhangye Danxia is a story 24 million years in the making. These colors are the result of red sandstone and mineral deposits being layered on top of one another over eons. Then the same tectonic plate movements that created the Himalayas squeezed and folded the earth, tilting these layers to create the jagged, sloping waves we see today. Wind and rain have spent millions of years sculpting these rocks into towers, pillars, and ravines, revealing the hidden kaleidoscope of colors buried deep within the crust. A visual symphony The best time to witness this visual symphony is after a light rainfall. When the rocks are damp, the colors become incredibly saturated and intense. As the sun begins to set, the mountains seem to catch fire. The reds become deeper, the yellows turn into brilliant gold, and the greens pop against the dark earth. Walking along the wooden boardwalks that wind through the peaks, you'll see the colorful clouds area, where the layers of color are so perfectly straight and vibrant they look like silk ribbons draped over the mountainside. As we look back at the incredible sights we've witnessed today, it's a powerful reminder of how big, beautiful, and diverse our planet truly is. Each place tells a story of time, nature, and the human spirit. I hope this journey has sparked a little bit of wanderlust in you, or at least provided a peaceful escape from the daily grind. Traveling isn't just about seeing new places. It's about changing the way we see the world. We are just getting started. If you thought today's adventure was breathtaking, wait until you see where we're heading next. In the next episode, we are traveling to a place shrouded in mystery, a destination where ancient legends meet futuristic cityscapes. I won't spoil the surprise just yet, but I'll give you a hint. It's known as the Land of the Rising Sun. Can you guess where it is? Let me know your guesses in the comments below. If you enjoyed exploring the world with me today, please give this video a thumbs up. It really helps the channel grow and allows us to keep these adventures going. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. You don't want to miss the next stop on our global tour, because it's going to be legendary. We have so many more hidden gems, sacred temples, and turquoise waters to discover together. Thank you so much for being part of this community and for sharing your time with me.